All I want to know is who's coming with me? Who's coming, man? Who's coming with me?
Welcome to our pilot episode of Nerdthusiast Unhinged. This show is meant to be a little bit off the rails. We're not really going to have any kind of control over anything. We don't have any topics to discuss. We're going to see where this conversation flows. We can talk about anything. Everything is on the table to an extent. We're not going to talk about some crazy things, right? But for the most part, we're going to talk about whatever we want. And it's going to be highly unedited. Maybe some cuts here and there, but very little editing. This is going to be easy for us to produce. And it's really just meant for us to have fun, have a conversation. We hope you guys enjoy it. Give us some feedback. Let us know. Drop a comment on YouTube. Send some comments out to us over on the audio podcast side of things if you're able to leave one there. If you like what you hear today, please consider giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Also consider supporting us on Patreon, patreon.com/nerdthusiast. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. My name is Matt. I am from the gaming side of things here at Nerdthusiast. So if you guys haven't checked out my show, please do so. Wes and I have a lot of fun over there. With me is Mike from our Twitch team. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing it. I don't know how.
Heck yeah, man. And Vinny is also from our Twitch team. So we got two of our Twitch teams here with us today. Vinny, how's it going, man?
Dude, I'm jamming over here. Feeling good. Ready.
Hell yes. So, now that we got the housekeeping part out of the way, where do you guys want to begin?
How's that Red Bull treating you now?
Red Bull is delicious. I wish I had more vodka in it, but then I'd have to get up again, and I'm not about to do that. So I'll just switch to beer at this point.
There you go. There's a topic. What do you like? What's your preferred beer type to go to?
Okay.
You know.
Well, who wants to start?
Oof. Mine's Hefeweizen or white beer, wheat beer. It's called. Delicious.
I know what you're talking about. Those are traditionally like Belgian beers, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are good.
See, I'm in trouble now because now I definitely got nothing to bring to the table. I'm out here trying to watch my girlish figure, so as little beer as possible, man. I'm on that hard stuff, man.
I feel you.
You know, the whiskeys, the insert any sort of hard liquor here, and that's where my game plan is. You know what I mean?
What's your go-to whiskey?
Yeah.
Oh God. Whew. I mean, it has to be Jameson.
Ooh,
it's a safe stuff too. It's nice. It's real nice.
You a fan of Scotch at all? You drink any of the peaty stuff?
So I just started into Scotch. I'm still on that poor man's budget, so unfortunately, it's like, hey, this is on sale. Let's just grab it and shove it in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Pause, by the way. Also pause. It's a little wild.
I feel you, but the cheap ones, Lafroig's a good one to start with. I always tell everybody if you're trying to test it out and see if it is okay or a fit for you, it's always pretty good to try out. It's pretty cheap too. It's not too bad.
I might accidentally write that down actually because
Lafroig is hard as hell to spell, so don't ask me.
Oh, never mind. Gotcha. Okay, Google. No, let me stop.
Yeah. Oh, I love drinking like a campfire. If it smells like you just were in the middle of the woods and you had a blazing fire going with nothing but logs, put that in my mouth. Let's go right now.
Also pause.
Vinny, I don't know if you know this. There was a beer. I love Sam Adams. If you guys know me, I love all different types of Sam Adams beers. Okay. But a few years ago, it might have been longer than a few. I'm old as shit, just so you guys know. I'm almost 40. So maybe 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I have no sense of time anymore. But there was a beer that tasted like a bonfire. That's how they advertised it. And it literally tasted like it was the worst, most disgusting thing I've ever put in my lips in my lifetime. I don't know how you drink that shit.
Well, beer ones are a little different. I actually just had that for the first time. My friend makes beer cheese. I can't pronounce this, but it's like Acht Schlenkerla Lentbier. I'm looking it up right here on the side.
Aggressively phlegmy.
It's delicious. It's like this German smoky beer, just like I described before too. And that I was in heaven. I'm like, this is all I need in my life. This is delicious. It's so good. But I get it. It's definitely not for everybody. I totally understand.
Look, I don't mind some smokiness, right? Like I'll get like some old fashions that are like, they got like
Yeah.
smoke in them and stuff, and those are
Mhm.
fantastic. But this freaking beer, it literally tasted like you ate a bonfire. I don't know how they did it or why they did it, but it was the most horrible thing I've ever had in my life.
Why are you so
that
hyped?
over here?
You're mad hyped over there over
That's
the
it.
whole concept.
Let me tell you, you know what's really weird about that? Like when I find a thing I love, like I'm all in on that, and so that's like a really weird thing that I found out I love. So I've just gone like
shit.
full tilt. Thank God I didn't drink any of it last night. It would have ruined my perspective on it.
Jesus,
Yeah.
man, I don't know.
That's wild.
I
But
drink
yeah,
all sorts of stuff. I'm
old-fashioned,
drinking
man.
a vodka and Red Bull now. I like old fashions. I'll drink Captain and Cokes pretty frequently. Jack and Coke is fine too. I
Mhm.
usually have some sort of mixed drink. I don't drink things straight up for the most part. And then beers all over the place. Like I said, Sam Adams, Oktoberfest, and Winter Lager. This is my season, man. Last season and this season, I'm pounding those things. I'm buying them as much as I can. Because once spring rolls around, no more Sam Adams. Not until the next fall.
Too heavy for the season outside of the winter, like cold era for you?
Well, then they stopped making them. So then the spring beer is like an ale. I don't like ales that much. There's only a couple I really like. And I think they have a summer ale too. That's literally what it's called. So the spring and summer, I'm like, I'm out. Like do whatever you want. I'll see you guys in August for whatever reason. That's when Oktoberfest hits. Is August. So I'll
Good
see
time.
you in August.
I'd love to go over to Germany for Oktoberfest. I think that'd be a hoot. Seems like a great time.
I don't know that I would leave. Is the problem.
Yeah. I'm stuck.
Oh my god. But yeah, like I've been blessed and cursed because, like, for those that don't know, my wife is a barista at Starbucks, and you know what translates really good from mixing coffees? Mixing liquor. So it's she's like, oh, I got 20 like freaking gallons of this random cream from this random store. I wonder what happens when you shove it into this random drink. And I'm like, I'll do it. Let's make it happen. It's glorious because I'm sitting here and she doesn't even have a name for it, and I'm just pounding them away. And I'm like, what you got to start naming this. Like God forbid you get fired, man. You're set for life because you just become a bartender like instantly. It's great.
Right. You guys have to relate back to old Simpsons, right? Like, remember the Flaming Moe episode? Like, you can get big off a drink for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly.
That's all you need.
No, that's more my mom's spot, Beavis and Butthead and The Simpsons.
Oh, shit, I'm old as hell. Holy crap.
Dude, I love those shows, man. Come on, let's go.
No, it's Ren and Stimpy and Angry Beavers for me, man. Family Guy around that area. Yup. That's
Ren and Stimpy was way ahead of its time. It was not a kid's show. That was so silly that they put that on Nickelodeon, but good for them for trying.
No, there's a few shows that are like this, right? Like, yeah, Ren and Stimpy's definitely not a kid's. Well, Gumball, The Amazing World of Gumball is 0% a kid's show.
Never
I don't think I've ever seen it.
None of you saw. Oh my god, guys,
No.
you gotta look it up. It's on what was Cartoon Network, but
was it Adult Swim? Was it
no,
in the adults? No,
it's a kid. It's supposed to be a kid show.
Was it the racing show, the cartoon race thing?
No, it's like a blue cat and like a fish for a brother or something silly like that.
Yeah, no, never.
Bro, it's so wild. Like just watch one episode and you're like, I don't think this was a kid show. Like,
is it like the perverted stuff that like Ren and Stimpy was getting away
no,
with?
not even. It was just like the humor of it is so advanced and it's so just meta, and it's just that like good spot between dumb fun and it's just like I wouldn't think like 12-year-old me would like this. No, 33-year-old me loves this, but like it's some wild content in there.
I think that that era, like Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead, all this stuff obviously led to Adult Swim, which was fantastic. I mean, Lord gave us Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I mean, come
Oh my
on.
god.
That's probably
Oh
my
my
favorite out of any of the Adult Swim shows is Aqua Teen. That shit
Bro,
was
Meatwad
fantastic.
was a class.
I love
right
Meatwad,
there,
but come on,
man.
Carl's
Meatwad
where
was
it's at,
great.
man.
Yeah, Carl. Yeah, it's gotta be Carl. Wham, 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 wham. I wrote this the other day for you, girl. Oh yeah.
Well, why do you do
That
his voice so
Smokey
nice? Wait.
Because I'm from
Carl,
Jersey.
that you? Oh, okay, gotcha. Is that you, Carl? Wait.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
God.
What he's like top character. Yeah, he's the max for me. Now, did you see the second movie they came out with?
I didn't see the
No.
first. Nah.
The first movie is pretty good. It did its justice. You know, it's just because that show's all over the place. The second movie, it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I grew up. Maybe I'm an old man now, and I don't. That humor didn't hit me the same way. But I was a little disappointed in the second movie. But I'd still say see it, give it a try for the nostalgia's sake. You know.
I might have to. Yeah.
I've never seen the movies. I got to go back and watch them. I've only seen the episodes on Cartoon Network.
The intro to the first movie, I saw it in theaters, is probably the best intro to any cartoon movie I think I've ever seen. It's the greatest thing ever, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
I got to go back and check it out, man.
Please do.
What is it streaming on? One of the 5 billion goddamn things that everything's streaming on now?
That's a good question. I have no idea about.
Because that shit's pissing me off. I'm like over this streaming crap, dude. It's like people bitched about cable for years, and I understand that. I do. But now I have like 5,000 subscriptions. I'm paying out the ass for everything to all these different companies, and nobody wants to share anything. They're like, oh, we're going to have this exclusive to us.
Nah, you gotta be clever about it. Like you gotta get like a credit card that will get you this for free, and then like your T-Mobile bill will get you this and this for free. And it's like after a while you realize you have all the streaming services and you're not really paying for any of them.
I'm going to have a conversation with Mike after the show.
Yo, you gotta be clean. You gotta be clean with it, man. Dude,
it looks like it's on Hulu with a premium subscription. You can watch it, and Amazon Prime if you pay for it.
Oh, sweet. All right, I got Prime. There we go.
Yeah, I got Prime. Yeah, it's like I got Prime. My wife has Hulu from a card. Netflix is T-Mobile. Like it's everything is just feeding into itself, and I'm just sitting there like I can watch anything I want, bro. Like where is it? Like
it looks like you have to rent it on Amazon Prime, which is like dang, that's cold.
Yeah,
it's a double L.
But Hulu has it for like you at least have the service that could go on and use it, but. Yeah, I don't have any subscriptions. I have my ways.
For sure.
I'm done with that. I've been done with that for years.
It's just too much. I don't even blame you. Like I know it's not illegal or whatever, but it's like I get it. Like they're nickel and diming you. You got like 5 billion subscriptions to everything. Everybody's jacking up their rates. It's like, come on, man. The whole concept of Hulu was like all your TV in one place. Great.
Yep.
And then it was like, nah, we want our own money. Nah, we're just gonna take it all. We got Paramount Plus and this random shit.
HBO and
no, it's Max now. It's just Max now, bro.
Yeah,
the
Max,
dumbest name ever.
Dude, no, the dumbest name ever was X. That's the dumbest name ever.
For Twitter?
What for Twitter? Yeah,
that's
Twitter.
A joke.
I'm like, I don't know, man. That's so dumb. You have to like squint your eyes and try to figure out what are you actually trying to pull here. Because like
both instances are the same problem though. You have a known brand, HBO. HBO is like a renowned brand for like quality television, right? And Twitter was Twitter, right? It cannot, even though people have tried, nobody replaced it as anything. They're like, you know what? This is such a renowned brand. Fuck it. Let's just get rid of the name completely. Like, what are you guys doing? Who is the CEO of these companies? Well, obviously, we know Twitter's, right? But I don't know who the hell runs HBO. What are you thinking?
I feel like Elon is going through almost a midlife crisis, and this is his red leather jacket purchase by renaming Twitter to X. He needed to feel like the cool guy, and he's like, I always wanted to have some cool name. Like,
I thought the I thought the ridiculously $16 billion rocket was his red jacket. Christ.
I mean, some of the feats
That
he's pulling
rocket
with
was
that,
his
though.
truck nuts. That's what that was.
Oh no! I feel like the Cybertruck or whatever that Tesla thing is called now.
Oh, don't
no.
put it. Yo, I'm about to get that one, man. That Cybertruck kind of looks clean. I'm not even gonna hold you on that one.
You're gonna be sunny days. You're gonna kill people just by driving, like, and blinding people out with that fucking paint job he's got.
Lack thereof, right?
Right,
God.
whatever that is.
That's what messes me up because I saw it. I'm like, so speaking about shows and displays. No, but get you on that one. No, but when they were like, oh yeah, this will survive riots and explosions, and some flimsy dude yeets a ball at it and the whole thing explodes. I'm like, oh, it's an average warthog from freaking Halo.
Modern day warthog.
Oh my god! Wait, speaking about streaming, did you guys you see the new Yu Yu Hakusho yet?
It's out.
Yeah.
Nice. Didn't see it. I'm actually rewatching the anime like for the 5th time, just in anticipation of them coming out with it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm seeing clips on TikTok right now, and I'm looking at this like, okay, see, I don't like adaptations and like new age adaptations, but when I'm sitting here looking at the way this guy's fighting around, I'm like, bro, this is clean.
Okay.
This is so clean. Like I saw one clip where he was like fighting this red like devil dude, and my man's is doing some saucy behind fighting. I'm like, brother, I need this. I need to watch this actually.
Did you watch Cowboy Bebop's remake or whatever? Like, I don't know what to call what that was.
The
adaptation.
movie?
No. The people adaptation, but like they did a.
Oh, the live action one,
Thank you.
right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
And
I saw that.
So did that hit you right? Because that's my gauge right now on what they're doing to these shows.
So like it didn't hit me right, but with that being said, it didn't hit me wrong.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Cause like I'm sitting here and I'm looking at it and I'm watching and I'm like, this feels like the anime. It feels like the anime. It hits that just nice spot. I mean, obviously you can't pull some of the noise that they did in the anime just for the sake of it being a cartoon, for lack of better terms. But yeah, I like it didn't do me wrong. Let's put it that way.
Now, did you see that? Did you see the Cowboy Bebop live action?
Fuck no. No, I'm just kidding.
Just block his image real quick.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna leave this up to you guys. I don't watch. I'm not judging you for watching anime. It's not my bag. I don't know anything about it. You'd be like, best animes ever, Dragon Ball. I'm like, whatever, sure, whatever.
Yeah,
you say.
right.
Nod and smile.
It just never got you.
You had to see some type of anime.
I mean, I don't think so. I think I've gone out of my way to not watch anime.
That's impressive. Like,
that's a real impressive part.
Because even Akira was a big movie that hit a lot of people, and I'm surprised that never crossed your path. That's just a good movie in general, whether it's anime or not, you know?
I'm not judging it like that. I'm sure there's some anime stuff that's like awesome, right? But I don't know. I never just... If I was going to watch something today, if you're like, what's the first anime you want to watch? It'd probably be that Castlevania shit on Netflix. Like, that sounds pretty damn awesome.
I heard that was really good.
It was
really good.
It was immaculate.
So, pretty good one to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that classifies, yeah. Gumball classifies as anime.
I want to dig on this though. So was it that like did it put a bad taste in your mouth? Because it's probably been around you. Like somebody had to have been talking about it. And was it? Were you always
Wes.
like,
I worked with his father-in-law, man? The dude talked about Dragon Ball and stuff, and like he would get anime and stuff, and like he would just start talking like, "Yup, mm-hmm." I don't know what you're talking about, man. You might as well be speaking in another language. I have no idea.
Smile, boy, nod and smile.
That's because I've always had friends around me that if I didn't watch a thing, they'd always try to push it. They'd always be like, just sit down and have one, check it out. And I'm surprised you deflected that well in your years. And it's impressive if you got this far.
I've missed tons of great shit, especially around films. I've watched quality TV. I think that's probably what I try to like strive for. Like, you know, your Breaking Bad is like amazing, right? Like I made sure I watch stuff like that. For TV, it's easy for me to digest, but even movies that are fantastic, like I mean, all time. Hang on.
The dog's doing his job.
Yeah, I'm sure a package was probably just delivered. My Amazon Prime just kicked in. I'm sorry, guys. Fuck. What was I talking about?
You were talking about you've seen good TV shows, but movies.
Name like the top 10 movies. I bet you maybe I've seen one. Maybe.
Oh wow, you're one of those people. Yeah, I have a friend like you that I'm always like, okay, here. Whenever you get around to it, check this one out. This is a good one.
Here's how fucked up it is. Classic 80s movie, Terminator, right?
Yeah.
Only seen the first one. Never watched two.
Like, how?
I don't know. I never watched two. One was great. Aliens? It was fantastic.
You're right. And then the second one was even better.
I know. Aliens. I seen one and not two also.
Oh my God, dude.
You're doing Cameron wrong.
I can literally toss out like, okay, so like, all right. So this is the gauge. Marvels. Did you see any?
Hang on. I'm gonna stop you right now. No.
Oh my God.
Matt, I gotta pick. You're an anomaly, and
this is impressive.
No, it's very impressive. This is impressive. That's crazy.
There's the last time I watched a Marvel movie, if I remember this correctly, was Spider-Man 2, and I'm talking about the ones with what's his name?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, yeah.
Tobey Maguire, there you go.
Okay. Well, you did skip the bad one, so good thing you didn't see 3.
Yeah.
And I watched the X-Men movies, but the old ones, the ones from like the 2000, like, you know, mid-2000s.
Yeah, but those were Sony. That's or not Sony. Those are the different carrier. That's something different. That's something different. But
they were fun, but yeah, you have better time to spend now on other things.
I really liked one of those X-Men movies. I want to say it was 2, but I don't remember. I don't know. That was like 20 years ago. I have no idea.
It was back when Hugh Jackman was just ripped for no reason. Like, I got you. Like, I'm like, sir, teach me your methods. Like,
okay. So how about modern? Like, have you seen the Deadpools? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's.
Oh wait,
I mean, you know what?
Wait, I'm wrong. I saw the first Deadpool movie.
Okay.
Not anything. I don't know how many.
That's a fun one. I think there's 2 now, right? There's 2.
Yeah,
and the Deadpool 3's coming out later. Like,
with Hugh Jackman apparently.
With Hugh Jackman, with Wolverine.
Yeah. So you're gonna get your abs back now. You're gonna see his shredded body.
Just what I needed in my life.
I really loved. I can't remember that actor's name currently. But he is the Deadpool. That is his.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
Yeah, guy was made for that role, and it was. It's really cool. But wow, yeah. Back to Matt. That's impressive. That's impressive.
You didn't get out of this one, Matt. Like, wait a minute. No.
I don't care. It's like I don't even have any. If you're like, oh my, I've heard. Trust me, I've heard like, oh my God, the MCU is like the greatest thing. You got to watch all 16,000 films. I'm like, I don't have time for that shit. Like,
no, you don't.
No, you don't. You don't. Like, that's at this point, it's a little too late. Like,
honestly, no. Like, here, I'll be somebody. I'll cut the edge on that too. Like, they're okay. Like, it's. You know, the greatest thing I think they did for film was really that they took these series of movies and this world that was already built and they really did it justice. But if you didn't follow it through, like, you're honestly not going to die. You're
it's
okay.
Like One Piece.
It's not like cinema masterpieces. It's just, good action movie, They're fun.
Especially the new stuff. Like the new stuff, like if you compare the old Marvel stuff to the new Marvel stuff, it's like it's night and day. Because back then it was like, hey, there's a superhero comic book that I bet will print us money, and then it printed us money, and then they were like, let's do it again and again and again, and now let's combine it all. Now it's a great story. Now it's just like, all right, guys. So here, 1 second. Let me get some dice. Okay, so we need to have a black girl, a Asian dude, and a puppy. All right, guys, make a movie. Let's do this. Like, I'm like, bro, what's up with the social justice stuff? Make it work, guys.
Yeah.
and let's give her a superpower. All right, go for it, guys. High
Yeah,
fives.
it's always so formulaic. You're right. It feels well practiced, well versed at like they're great at churning these out. They can
Mhm.
make you laugh. They can make you have a little bit of a tearjerker scene, and then they have the righteous the hero rises again, or the problem is solved.
Formula.
It's such a formula, and that's okay. Comics have been doing it too in their own way, but it's just the fact that they now took the forefront of movies, and it feels like they just Hollywood leans heavy on those to really drive numbers anymore, and there's not risk taking. I've seen a lot of stuff about that, the music wise too, for that.
Mhm.
Like other than Hans Zimmer, who I think is hands down probably the best musical composer for movies, at least I'll give him. You don't really get scores like that anymore. You don't get memorable music in the Marvel movies, especially, and
Mhm.
they do that on purpose. They have very forgetful music. The only thing you could probably like, if you could try, I mean, Mike, you've seen the Avengers movies.
Yep.
Can you give me the Avengers song right now? You're like, I don't think I
Easy.
could.
Well, I
Oh, you
mean,
can.
yeah. Yo, no, bro.
Dun,
That's
dun, dun, dun. Okay, yeah. Sorry,
that was
sorry.
easy.
That is actually really easy.
I was just thinking, I'm like, I don't know any words you just said, but I think I know where you're going with this. Like, yeah, I know
Yeah.
that one.
Like
But
Spider-Man doesn't have one other than the
exactly.
Spider-Man.
The X-Men riff. That's easy.
Batman. Yeah, those
Yeah.
those jingles from the 90s, because the 90s were heavy on jingles in our
Mhm.
commercials and TV shows. It was
Yo,
all over.
That X-Men cartoon in the 90s had the most banging fucking song ever.
Yup.
Did you not go
They came back
sprinting?
with it.
They did?
They came back with it. Yeah,
It's
and it's
so
not
good.
just a remake. They're not only did they come back out, it's starting off where the last one ended off. It's a
Okay.
continuation.
Whoa. And it's animated?
It's animated. It's
Okay.
animated in the 90s cartoon style.
Whoa.
And
Okay.
I'm like, I didn't see it yet, but I'm hearing apparently it's a thing. And I'm like, bro, I need to figure out where they're hiding this now so I can unearth this and watch it until my heart's content. Like I'm not ready to sit here and cry over a cartoon again.
I would
bro,
go sprinting when that theme song came on to the TV. If it's on, it's time,
on
It's
all
X-Men.
fours and everything.
They
Like
knew how to
these.
hype people up back then, man. Think about the
Mhm.
Ninja Turtles theme song. What do they do now? I listen to some of the stuff my kids watch, and this sucks, man. I'm like, what? Who wrote this? Why does everything suck? Why they put no effort into the songs anymore?
Right,
When back in the day, it was like, we're gonna make you so hyped up when the show starts that you're gonna shit your pants. You're literally gonna shit your pants when Ninja
Yeah.
Turtle starts.
No, freaking Dragon Ball. Dude,
Oh, man.
Dragon Ball's beginning thing.
Yeah.
Dragon. It was like, oh,
Yeah, the American. Oh my goodness!
Wait a minute.
It starts off with a guitar riff and a dragon roar. Okay,
I'm so ready for anything that's it could be a filler episode, but that I'm here to watch, bro.
Actually, rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho too. I think it's the Japanese and the American song is the same. That one's got a hook too. That one's good.
I don't even remember that one. I
Yeah,
might
it's
actually have to
pretty
sit
good.
down and start looking at that.
It came out in 1992. Yu Yu, the anime. So
You know what I was
it's
doing in
been around.
1992? No, let me stop, y'all.
I was 5. So
I was
just
2.
chilling.
Yeah.
I was 30.
Jeez.
Oh,
I can see the gray from here.
No, 92 I would have been 8 or 9. I don't know. Something like that.
I find that funny. This show, I'm looking at you use Wikipedia stuff, and it's only a 2-year long show. It had 4 seasons, nothing insane. And for them to want to bring it back, I guess it's because it was on Toonami. Maybe that's why that they were like, oh, okay, we'll start seeing what other things were a hit. Like Cowboy Bebop was on, Adult Swim, and Yu Yu Hakusho now, and Rurouni Kenshin. That was another one. I think
that was another. Yeah, that was another one they redid.
Oh, they did. That's right. They made a live action of that.
Wait, was it a live action or was it a? Because I know they redid the anime.
They have live action as well. I don't know if that's what they did later. Maybe they did the anime later. I wasn't aware of that, but I know they did do a live action as well.
Yeah, I've noticed like everyone's turning around. like even Disney's not original anymore. Like everyone's just flipping the script and being like, all right, let's make a live action version of it and let's call it a movie, you know? Like Lion
Yeah.
King, bro. Like, I didn't need this whole story again. Like, that was a time. Let's dust off the VCR and plug it in and sit down a 10-year-old in front of it like, this is what I grew up on, boy. Like,
the fact that they thought they could ever make Lion King better than what it was is fucking mind-blowing. Like,
Yeah.
can you just not let something be sacred? That was like a perfect film when I was a kid. Are you kidding me? The music was fantastic. The voice acting was fantastic. The animation was great.
It was
what
incredible.
What are you doing? Like, there's no need for this. Did I go and see it? Hell no. Absolutely not. I'm not giving you money for this crap. Like, every time like, here's live action Little Mermaid, I'm like, what was wrong with the original? There's nothing wrong with it.
It's that content, again, all content creators are scared to not do anything that isn't safe. And they know that's safe. Because why right now, all of us adults that have kids will be like, I watched that when I was your age. Yep. I'm going to take you to this.
I will never take my daughter to see any of those live action ones. I'm like, you want to watch it? Here's the original from the 90s or the 80s.
VCR.
Yes.
Like, you know, I don't know, man. That's like with video games, man. Like, my daughter does see new stuff, right? But, like, the first thing I showed her was the original Mario. That was the first game she's ever saw with her eyes. Was the Mario from 1980s. Granted, she's not really playing. She doesn't really know what the hell's happening at this point. But I made sure I showed her that before she saw anything else, you know?
Yep.
So, I actually love that journey. I always fantasized if I had kids, I would literally only start them off with what I started with and like grow them. Be like, oh, look what they came out with this year and show them the new system and make them think it's like, oh, wow, this is getting so much better.
You would think that's possible, but then when you're playing yourself and they're bound to see stuff, right? So they know it's like totally different. So like she watches in the morning. Now her routine is like, I wake up early and I'll play Zelda. So she'll wake up and she's like watching Zelda with me. Like that's her first like 20 minutes of being awake. So she was
best 20 minutes ever. Shoot.
Right, but she saw that because she was going to be exposed to it. I didn't go out of my way. If I know what you're saying, Vinny, and I would have loved to have done that. Like, you're only going to see this stuff. It's not. It's unless I stop playing games, which is not going to happen. So yeah, but when she starts to play, I'm definitely going to be like, here, this is what you're playing. Like, you're starting here. Like, figure it out. Imagine
having an achievement-based system for your child and be like, all right, if you beat these 3 games, you unlock Super Nintendo.
That's not a bad idea.
Oh, looks like you're getting a GameCube this week, but we've got some tough ones. Beautiful Joe's coming your way, and you got to beat that.
Beautiful Joe, jeez.
On One Life.
On One Life. God. You put trials mode on them.
Yeah, like just do some crazy stuff, and then like they grow up bitter and hate you.
Oh no!
You made my life so hard. I was teaching you how life works.
He's this old man with like a robotic leg. I was teaching you the ropes, boy. Oh my god, bro! Like it actually this whole flip around thing was terrifying because I'm on Facebook and at this point nothing is holy. I've grounded to my life. Nothing is sacred. And I saw a AI generated meme of the Land Before Time.
Oh, no.
And they were, animated.
Rule 34? Are you going with
No, not Rule 34. No. But no.
I'll be right back. Keep it going.
Matt runs when he hears Rule 34.
Oh no, he's like unplugging his internet. I'm having trouble.
What's the equivalent of shh, I can't hear you. Shh. Like, you're breaking up.
The TV beep.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
doing the broadcast beeps.
Oh my god, but bro, I saw freaking like it was the most terrifying thing in the world because they were trying to make them look cute, but they wound up looking like the original, new Sonic the Hedgehog animated looking guy, and I'm like, oh, good lord, what is the? Why does Ducky look like it bites? Like,
oh, no. My memories.
I'm like, oh no. Kids. That thing looks like it nibbles, bro. Like, oh my god. But yeah, bro, like the whole flip around thing is brutal. Like like the new games that are coming out right now, it's none of them are the new games. It's just remade old games.
I think actually that's funny. We're talking about this again because Matt, I don't know if you remember. I think on our talk with Wes when I was invited for one of the discussions, we kind of got into this about that, and I even think we brought up at that time they were re-releasing the zombie game. I'm sorry,
Resident Evil.
no, well that too, but it was the other one. Is it not DayZ? I'm sorry, The Last
Dead
of Us.
Island.
It
Okay,
was
The
The
Last
Last
of
of
Us. I'm
Us.
sorry.
And we were sitting there like, we've played through this, and now it's coming out again on PlayStation 5 or whatever it was. And you're like, I mean, like, it's the same complaint a little bit about the movie thing we're getting into over here. And it's funny you mentioned that too, with like, and then sometimes they just kind of ruin it, like with the overdoing it for no reason. It was good before.
Yep.
I mean,
Depends.
they're remaking The Last of Us Part 2 now. The game is probably like 4 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like why?
Like
Like,
why wouldn't you
dust off?
wait 10 years? Give it at least 10 years.
Right.
You know? At least the first Last of Us was 10 years old. I can almost understand that. The other game's like 4 years old. What are you guys doing? Like, how
If I'm
much
not
better
mistaken,
is it going to be? Like,
you
come
could
on.
probably play
Seriously.
it, the old one. Like, the system could probably play the old one still. Like, bro, it's not that hard.
And that's why I like to argue when people go, oh, but the updated graphics. Well, here's the thing. If you grab an emulator, and right now, like for PlayStation 3, when this game came out, if you have a good enough system, they already can anti-alias this bad boy, put 4K, and make it look so much better than what it was. And yeah, you might not have a few textures here and there, but did you have to pay $60 again
Right.
for the
Yep.
same game you already owned?
To be
It's just
fair,
a little-
just as a slight correction, and to be fair, if you own The Last of Us Part 2, it's a $10 upgrade for the PS5 version. So
Okay.
just to be
Okay.
fair.
That is fair.
See,
I
I'm
didn't know
not.
that.
I'm not allowed to even like negatively comment about this because I'm the idiot that played Ark Survival Evolved for a solid 10 years. Now Ark Ascended came out, and I'm like, oh, well, I need to go get this game now because this game is amazing. And it's literally the same exact game I've been playing for the past 10 years with upgraded graphics.
Well,
And
no,
they
but like,
sold it like $60 to me. I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I gotta play it now. Like,
is that game online too, Arc?
yeah.
I mean, you could get endless life out of a game that still stays perpetually online. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, I still don't fault you at that. There's like probably quality of life things they've changed on that too, I would
Oh,
assume.
100%. Like,
So
it's actually
it's worth it.
uncomfortable. Like, I can't go backwards. It feels modded even.
Right,
Like,
right. So like, but we've all done it. I mean, the formula works well, right? We're all gonna get duped and then see that later after in hindsight the purchase wasn't the best idea. But
Mhm.
See, I was almost a hypocrite and called bullshit on both of you. And then I realized I played Call of Duty for like 15 years probably. So
yeah.
I know there's a new game every year, but it's the same shit. Come
It's
on,
the same game,
like-
bro.
It's Madden. Yeah, the Madden of shooting.
How many explosions can you make look different? Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, well, Destiny. I literally, you know how I played Destiny 1 and 2? I played the campaign and I left. That's
oh
it.
my god!
Oh wow,
Really?
wow.
That was it. I was in there for. Give me the story. The first one sucked. I didn't even finish it. The second one, I was like, oh, it was pretty good. And then like extra DLC in like 3 months. I'm like, I'm playing something else in 3 months, motherfucker. I'm not coming back here in 3 months. Like, I'm moving on. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's impressive because I'm still playing Destiny. Like,
Wow.
and yeah, I'm still playing Destiny out here. Like, they're finally talking about the final shape and all this stuff that the Taken King was all talking about, and the first raid for Destiny 2. Gaul, no, not Gaul, Callus. You know,
Callus.
that whole lore beat is finally coming to fruition, and I'm like, I can't pull now. I can't back out now. I've invested literally houses into this freaking game. Like, like,
Well, the rumors they're bringing
It's
Cade
wild.
back, so I won't blame you for that. You know.
oh yeah, I mean, it's not a rumor. It's already
It's like legit,
in
like, in
advertisement. Yeah, no, it's already in advertisements. Like,
Oh shit!
he's
I didn't know
there.
that.
and
Oh,
I'm sitting
nice.
here like, okay, so that's my boy. Like, and anyone who will go down in a blaze of glory and just be like, guy, YOLO, like, that's my guy right there. I gotta go and play. and like I haven't picked it up in at least like maybe 3 weeks straight, just because like Ark Survival Evolved, Ark Survival Ascended. I'm sitting here, I'm still playing with dinosaurs, guys, but like nothing stops.
Wait, isn't
But
that the one Vin Diesel's in that one, right?
So Vin Diesel's in Ark 2.
So what the hell's the
And
difference?
so Ark Survival Evolved
I know
is
what
the
that is.
original, right? Ascended is the visual update, graphical update, quality of life update, and then Arc 2, which apparently might not happen now. Fun fact. Yeah, fun fact. That's a completely different game altogether. So I was holding out for Arc 2. And when I found out it wasn't coming out, I'm like, I mean, I want to play my dinosaurs again. So I'm still like a 10-year-old, crashing toys together, only it's on my computer now, It's the same stuff. It's great.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't fault you for that.
Yo, speaking about video games, did y'all see the Game Awards?
I did.
I was about to say uncultured. No, let me stop. No.
I watch them every year regardless of whether I like them or not. I want to know what's happening. So I almost feel like obligated to, even though I'm like half disinterested in. Like,
I mean, you run a gaming channel, like it has to. No, let me stop. But yo, tell me why Spider-Man got nothing. How did Spider-Man get?
I want to be clear. Let me be clear to anybody who doesn't know me. I mostly talk about retro games. I've never played Spider-Man 2.
Oh my god!
I played Spider-Man 1, so I can talk with you about that, but not 2.
So like you've played 1, so you kind of know the gist of everything about what I mean. Let's be real. 2 is just an upgraded 1, right? So in the end, yeah, in theory, right? So
it should be a much more polished version of 1. That's
right.
In video games, most of the time, 2 is way better, or definitely better than 1.
So imagine that logic, and go back to how you liked Spider-Man 1. So how did Spider-Man 2? It was. I mean, I still say was. It is, because I'm still in the middle of it. But like, how did that win nothing? I mean, Baldur's Gate like obliterated everything, but
it was going to. Here's the thing about the Game Awards and the people who vote on them: it has to be new and it has to pop off.
Right.
Like, my favorite game from last year was Tears of the Kingdom. I'm still playing it. That game is fucking spectacular. Every time, I cannot stop playing it. It's like, I've never done cocaine, but I imagine it's like cocaine in my body every single day. I'm waking up at 5 o'clock in the goddamn morning to play this game because that's the only time I can do it.
Wow.
I'm setting alarms to go play their game.
Nice.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate, it sounds like that, but like 10 times like more hardcore. And I'm like, look, this is as hardcore as I get. If you want me to spend like 7,000 hours in your game, which I'm probably going to spend that much time with Tears of the Kingdom, to be fair. But anyway, not to sound like a hypocrite. I don't care about like spending. I would probably get addicted. That's the truth. I'd probably love Baldur's Gate, but I don't want to. I have enough going on. I know what I would do, and I'm afraid of it. And
I've already got addicted.
I'm sure it's amazing, but I can't do it. I can't commit to it.
I'm already addicted. I literally bought a Steam Deck solely to be able to play Baldur's Gate over Wes's house. Like,
Did you get the OLED?
No, I didn't get the OLED. I actually just bought mine off my boy, but
nice.
He got the OLED, but I'm sitting here like, I when you have to actually buy a separate gaming system to enjoy the game you want to play at home, it's a completely different level of a monster. And I'm like, ain't nothing changed. I'm just a kid in an adult's body. Like, it's wild. Facts.
Does that ever go away? I don't think it does.
I think it used to. Think about your dads, right? Well, I'm sorry. Hang on. You guys are fucking younger than me, so I got to keep this in mind, right? Vinny, you're closer to me in age, so maybe you understand.
Yeah.
My dad couldn't give a fuck about video games. Like, he didn't care about anything I was interested in. He was not. He's like, you want to go hunting? I'm like, fuck no, I don't want to kill an animal. I'll eat that shit, but I'm not killing it. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm going to play video games. He's like, I don't give a shit about that. You know, we always had opposite interests. So he probably thought I came from like another planet, you know?
My father showed me. He had a Nintendo when I was growing up, so he was the one who showed me all those. So on that, he didn't play them often though. So he didn't really my like terrible addiction that I ended up growing into with it. Yeah.
My point is that though, right?
Yeah.
Your father was probably like one of the earliest people who you can point to where like their dad played video games. One of the earliest.
Yeah.
You know, which is probably like, you know, Mike's father-in-law's Wes, who does the gaming channel with me. He was probably the first generation of fathers that played video games.
Yeah.
The
I
first.
think so.
So their kids understood it, right? And my dad would be a little bit older, so he just missed it. If my dad was a little bit younger, he probably would have been into all that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My father was the one that got me into StarCraft, actually. So
nice.
Yeah, like one, like
he
I
wanted
think
you
I
to
was.
be addicted, is what you're saying.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
He didn't just want me to be addicted. He wanted me to be like the deplorable level of addicted, bro. Like
nice.
He sat me in front of StarCraft. Like I remember it clear as day. He was like doing some work at home, and it was like, hey, it's taking a little longer than I thought. Sit here, and he just presses a button, and this whole monster pops up, and I'm like, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. I think that was the moment I woke up and like realized I was living. Let's put it that way. What's that called? Sentience. That's the first time I gained sentience. Was when I got sat in front of for like StarCraft, bro. It was wild.
Wow, that's quite the start.
Oh my god! And now I'm still playing it.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
I'm still playing StarCraft 2.
Stormgate. I'm excited about, man.
I'm hearing good things about Stormgate. Actually,
It's
I'm hearing good things. I might just jump on it. So, we doing a co stream? We're going 1v1s. We're doing 1v1s. Let's go.
Oh, that's cool. What race do you main in StarCraft?
Oh, bro, Zerg.
Yeah, same here.
Zerg,
okay,
hands down, man. For the swarm, hands down.
Yeah, all day,
bro. Kerrigan's still my pseudo wife. It's just what it is.
Abathur is my favorite character that came out of 2. I thought he was a really unique, just creepy. I loved it.
It's just disgusting for no reason. Like, it's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And then the Haka. The Haka is my newest deep lore, Zerg race monster. And I'm like, this is kind of fire, bro. Like, I didn't know this was a thing. Yeah. As you can hear, I'm into lore. Like,
are Blizzard games like prominent in your guys' lives, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Diablo series has popped off. I mean, they're building for it to be good, but I've been around for all the Diablos, been around for the StarCrafts. I did WoW early on. I don't touch it anymore. I don't know about you, Mike. That genre, it took too much time for me. That was a little much.
Yeah, I touched on WoW. You hear I'm about StarCraft. League of Legends. I'm massive on League right now. I think I got to like plat, so I'm kind of happy about that.
Yeah.
And then that horrible thing happened, and I just left a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm not playing Overwatch again.
Wait, what happened with Overwatch?
So the whole reason
no one cared.
Well, not that too.
No, the re-release of it? Yeah.
Yeah, Overwatch 2, they were like, everything's going to be epic and new and shiny. And it's just like, bro, it's just the same game, only I'm spending another $27 on it. Like,
yeah, now everything's behind a paywall. Great. Now I can't get loot boxes. Great.
Yeah, that was a painful point. I can't get loot boxes, bro. Like, all right.
No, I'm still salty. Now you just resurfaced this. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
The PvE.
Yeah, the PvE.
I was so excited about that. I was like, this, because they did some great campaigns during Overwatch 1. It was just side content. And they're like, yeah, we're going to just really embellish that and go real far into it, because that's originally what the game was supposed to be anyway.
Yep.
And then they're like, nah, psych.
It's like, nice try, later. Bro, you know what really broke my heart? So I got a full Discord full of just a bunch of guys that play. And we had a solid 7.
Yeah.
And we had to get rid of 2 of our friends exclusively so we can continue to play Overwatch. because they got rid of one of the
right.
slots.
Right. Right.
And I'm sitting there like,
That's
all right,
brutal.
boys, there's gonna be tryouts.
Oh man, that's brutal.
That's fucked up.
They don't even hang around to be like fillers, just in case.
No.
Sick.
They're all in the group. They're all still in the group. It's just like we had a steady 7 people, and God forbid,
Yeah.
8 and 9 show up. We had to do like 3v3s or something. And it would be cool.
It
But
breaks it up. I know what you mean.
it broke up the gang.
Yeah.
And it was crazy.
Yeah,
Oh my
I put a lot of time into Overwatch 2, though. Blizzard did have a really good structure, but that's why Stormgate excites me, because it's a lot of ex-Blizzard employees during the heyday products.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, all right, I have some faith in this right now that it's going to be at least interesting. However, I never played Warcraft, the RTS Warcrafts, and this one, Stormgate, looks very Warcraft-esque on the art style. And I guess I'll just get used to that, because I really very much prefer the darker tones of StarCraft,
Gritty.
futuristic look. Yeah. But we'll see. It totally can change, and even if it doesn't, it still looks like it'll be a fun game.
Yeah,
so.
mind you, it's this is like what? Not even alpha. This is just test footage of what you're seeing. Like, they can put some shaders in there and call it a day. Like,
right.
They can make it look dark.
Absolutely.
Oh God, what was the other thing? There's another game. New World. So I remember you said World of Warcraft. So New World, I don't know if you heard of that, Matt. But New World was basically like a colonial Dungeon and Dragons-y type feeling like world, and it had a very WoW like World of Warcraft system.
This is like an independent game.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it? I don't know who actually came out with it.
I'll look it up.
But,
I think it's an MMO, right?
Yeah, it's an MMO. It's what do they call those? They call MMOs. They call them theme parks, something theme parks. But yeah, basically, it had this super just gritty feel to it.
Amazon
and I liked
made
it. Amazon made it.
Amazon Games.
Wait, Amazon has a gaming company? What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe they just put it out for publishing.
Because they had a couple studios making stuff for them. I don't know how many of them still exist, but they did have about like 2 or 3 studios making games at some point.
The studio they name is Relentless Studios, though, so maybe they did all of it and then Amazon published it or something.
That's funny. That's hysterical.
Yeah. Amazon was working on their own engine at some point, and they like abandoned everything because they had.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were working on like a couple different things. It was weird, but mostly that was a failed venture. But maybe to Vinny's point, they're just outsourcing shit now.
A lot of companies. That's
normal.
So common. Oh yeah, I mean, because think about it, it's just too expensive everywhere else. If you try and do it in house, it costs way too much. And then if you need people to put in extra hours, and especially in America, we're gonna be like, pay us more. They won't do that when you outsource. Yep. So it happens a lot.
I mean, hey, listen, I hate to get political, but I'm down for our AI overlords to start taking over, because the second they all take all the jobs, we can become artists and poets again and lumberjacks instead of, being a 9-to-5er that has to always be tired.
Problem. Who's going to give you money? How are you going to get money? The government?
There's no need for money.
You're going to drop money in your pocket every month?
No, there's no need for money anymore.
I mean that won't ever. Money will never go away.
So yeah, Vinny's correct. People are going to murder people for gold till the end of time. Yeah. If there's no gold, it'll be cash. If there's no cash, it'll be something else.
Not to punch at Matt right now, but I don't trust a lot of what you're going to say because you still haven't seen Terminator 2. So.
Yeah, you don't. You don't know your dystopian futures, man.
So.
You might be right. I have no idea. But all I know is I watch those like Boston Robotics videos and I shit my pants every time. I'm like, fuck, like
they can like go on their hind legs now and like it's nope.
There's going to be our 18-year-old kids are not going to be going to war anymore. We are going to have robotic armies. That's a positive thing, right? But then
it's all going to be a video game.
Well, here's the problem. Here is the massive problem with that nobody's really talking about. If all these countries start developing robots, right, and all the fucking robots are fighting each other, we have perpetual war all the time. Right. There's no cost of human life.
Right.
And until
Well,
those things become
no risk
sentient
to
and
human
understand
life.
what they're doing, then nothing's going to happen, right?
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what's going to happen.
I'm with
War
you. I'm with
every day of your life.
Likely. Manufacturing will eventually run out unless these things are self-repairing. You know, there's so many catalysts to how it could last forever indefinitely, but it would probably also be from mostly like 2 or 3 companies that make them too.
Mm-hmm.
Think about
Tesla.
that, and you're gonna be churning all the money into that.
And that goes back to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which not a
Yep.
lot of people liked, but that story was completely about a company controlling the military and just
Full
trying to
circle.
dominate the world.
Cyberdyne, by the way.
Did you
the
see?
word.
Did you see the new Tesla bot that's out?
What? No.
Tesla has a robot that's out now.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and it's terrifying because it feels like if you poke it, it feels you poking it.
Oh no.
And I'm like, no, that's too smart.
Bots.
That's he says sex bot.
Elon's busting out the sex bot game.
And her name is Tesla.
Well, her name is Sony. Good reference, Family Guy.
Yeah.
But he also was doing the Neuralink stuff too. Elon's on something I don't know if I'm dealing with Elon right now.
He's a little too. Yeah, he's smart. He's smart. He might be planning something.
He's smart as shit, but he's doing some weird shit. Like I don't know, man. He's definitely he's a little unhinged right now. Let's say like he's a little off the rails and like doing.
He said it. No.
I think he feels like he needs to like steer the world in a way. Like he took over Twitter because he was worried about freedom of speech going away. Like, fine, okay, give it a platform, let everybody say their thing. But then you're also like making like the Neuralink, saying you're making self-driving cars, and now you're telling me he's building robots and stuff. It's like, well, why do you have to tell us what you think the world should be and look like? It's like nice to inspire people, but you don't need to tell me what it needs to be. Please don't be one central, like, what is that, hive mind? We don't need to all be thinking the same thing.
I think he's trying to set us up for Cyberpunk 77. I think so.
My counterpoint to that is that social media is the hive mind.
Oh, geez. If you plug in.
Ruined everything. Like,
yes,
it's going to continue to ruin everything. Like, social media is the worst thing that... I'm just talking... I want to be very clear. I'm talking about the United States of America. I'm not talking about any other country in the world because this is the one that I live in. Totally ruined our society. It's totally fucked up. It's totally fractured. And it's the biggest reason I would say we have no such thing as community anymore. Anywhere. Because everybody lives and breathes online and nobody leaves their goddamn house. Nobody knows who their neighbors is. And I'm part of the problem. I don't know my neighbors that well. Like, I am part of the fucking problem. But it's created a world where you don't have to physically know anybody. You just need to know them in the digital world. And if 5 people are outraged, it's going to seem like 1 million people are outraged.
Yep.
It's fucking insane.
Everybody's voice is heard. And I'm sorry, I don't think you need to listen to
No, there's certain... It didn't change our mental state as well. It did. But...
It did for kids. I'm an adult, so I understand it much differently. I can't even imagine the world my daughter's going to grow up in. That's
It made stupidity more accessible. And
I would say that George W. Bush started that. But yes, it's continuing today.
Yeah. It's very difficult. There are tools out of it that have, everybody that defends it will be like, oh yeah, like Zuckerberg, definitely. Oh yeah, well it's streamlined the ability to get communication and like have people, gather funds for people if it's through social media and somebody had an emergency. Oh, I can get a bunch of people together and get help. Sure. There's a few edge cases that you could start pointing at and say that's all right. The majority of it though is trash. I think we're worse off for having it and letting it spread as badly as it has.
But with that being said, follow my TikTok. Oh, no, Miss Ops.
Yeah.
We're going to say that at the end of the show.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
It's tough to warrant. And that's the game. That is the game. Like, we have to shill a little bit. And sometimes when that comes in front of it, that's the best medium for it.
Yeah,
right. I mean, we could go out there and physically advertise to the world, but A, we don't have the money to do that, right? B, this is like free. We're just putting it on the internet. And C, we're hoping people see it. But the reality is if we had the money and I put up a billboard, that would do way more for us than me saying, please follow us on Twitter. Like, it would do 1 million times more for us. But
you get a local
thousands of dollars.
Yeah, you get maybe some people in this small area to see it and spread it by word of mouth, but that's it. Not as much as like what Google Ads would get you.
Right.
Oh,
right.
God. Small banner under single moms in my area. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, no. Nerdthusiast can help you through that.
Oh my god.
We're opening a new branch of Nerdthusiast.
Say less.
We'll need new creators for this thing.
No,
Well,
sorry,
you know,
it's gonna be you, man. We need your OnlyFans. Let's do it.
well, I don't think
No one
you don't
wants
need
to
that
see
anymore.
that.
You don't need it anymore. Remember, it didn't. I think actually Twitch just redacted it though, because didn't Twitch just open up the new like adult, like as long as you mark it as an adult stream, you can do you can be nude and stuff.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think they did do it. I thought I heard they redacted it. I might be incorrect about that.
That's
I
crazy.
heard it's still active.
Yeah,
So now you and I are literally, for lack of better terms, fighting against porn.
basically.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
That's insane.
I think it doesn't even have to be tasteful. It could be like hot tub stream and I don't have my top on. I don't think it's like full on sex, but I think you can do nudity now, like, and they won't just cut you off.
Yep.
I mean, I have two minds to that. Like, nudity exists like everywhere, and like people in America are like way too uptight about that shit. Like, I do agree with that part of it, but at the same time, it's like there's a time and a space for that, and it doesn't need to be everywhere. Like
and a platform,
right? There's a time, a space, a platform. We can continue, right? There's physical copies of things. There's non-physical copies. You can. It's not hard to find. Why are you making it easier to find?
Blame the simps, dude.
Yep.
That's all we can do. It's the people that feed it and show the numbers work. It's so sad, and it works like a charm.
If it makes money, there's gonna be a thing for it.
They wouldn't have thought twice if it was only like 3 people doing it, but it's tens of thousands of people like paying for it. It's Amaranth. She started a lot of that.
I'm sorry. Can you spell that for me? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
she's
gonna like, and also shout outs. Like, hopefully they don't find this and squash us like the Amaranth army. But that's how that goes. It's just like those, to each their own. But I agree. I think there's other areas like Pornhub exists. You know, all the other areas. Like, there's things to go and look for if you want that. And Twitch, it's not for kids only.
It's a gaming channel.
Right. It was for gaming, and also youth would go to it, because you did have streams that if you spoke like poorly or used bad words, you had to click yes, I'm over 18. Understood. But you're putting that there because you know you have a lot of kids going to your platform. So when you're going to allow this thing, and all it takes is a gated, oh, are you 18? And click yes on it.
A mindless button press. Yeah. I'm not the driver. Yeah, I am. Like,
but again, nudity isn't a terrible thing. It's not like, and again, I don't think they're allowed to have sex or anything like that and do anything, of that nature. So I think, all right, oh no, you're going there to watch some girl. Probably it's always a girl. And what are they doing? Probably some mundane things. Like, some people don't even talk. They just, oh, I'm cooking dinner. You know what I mean? Or whatever. I haven't seen what these are yet, but they don't have to play games anymore. Essentially, they can just hang out and talk. So it's a weird, right? Like, I mean, right. I remember we were getting in trouble on another Twitch thing I did years ago, and I would do like a shirt rip, and I was starting to get told by the program manager, they're like, hey, we got to be careful if you're doing that. If we get flagged because of you're topless, you're not allowed to really do that. We might lose our opportunity. So I stopped doing it because of that. I was doing like some funny thing.
Dude, that happened to another
we should
streamer.
Just start doing it then.
Right, exactly. Just all right, let's do it, guys. No.
Yeah.
No, like that happened to jokes on you. Not my shirt. No. There was this one girl,
so long.
Single chest hair popping up,
Yeah.
No, there was this one girl on Twitch, and typical average gamer girl, motif, insert all the stereotypes here. She gets off of her stream really fast to go grab something. She's wearing a skirt, and she leans back, like, reaches over to grab it, and you could see under her skirt. Tell me why she got like IP banned from Twitch.
Wow.
Like, permanently.
Wow.
That's crazy.
But now this is cool, so it's like, can she come back? Like,
well, it depends.
People, and she was good. Like, she was tasteful.
The thing that matters is how much money they can make. Can they make money? All right, then it's okay. Right. Are they profiting from you? Because if they're not, then it's a problem.
Right.
But if they can, then it's like, well, we can justify this. We can morally justify this if we can make money off it. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
I mean, in the end, that's isn't that what the prohibition was? They couldn't tax liquor, and the second you figured out that they could tax liquor, hey guys, it's all cool to drink again. You know what I mean?
I would have been at every speakeasy that city had. I would have been a
Easy.
degenerate amongst degenerates
Easy.
at that point.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, that just breaks it the whole thing down. Like in the end, it's all about what you can do in regards to money and how much money can the situation make. If it doesn't make money, that's no good. But the second it starts printing cash, it's like, bro, just do it. Like, it's spooky. It's spooky out there.
A little bit.
I'm not going to call anybody out Disney. There are some companies that do stuff like that, you know.
There's a jump in the stream right there.
What?
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, that was like a spike of like. but they did it too, if I'm not mistaken. Debs, wasn't Debs a Disney production?
Debs,
I don't know what that is.
About?
No, it was an old movie. It was about like 4 spies that were like your 19, 22-year-old girls, and they all had some flavor of a problem. You know, one was a sex addict, the other one was a drug addict. You know, the other
This
one
was
was this.
Disney?
And that was Disney, if I'm not mistaken.
What?
Debs.
Like look like yeah, Vinny, you're the guy. Look it up. No, but
Vinny's like the guy on Joe Rogan.
The guy in the chair.
I got it. Let me see what's going on.
Isn't it Shane?
You hear aggressive tapping, just like.
Oh yeah, you're telling me that my mic is picking up the key hits because that's annoying. It wasn't.
No.
I see Debs. All right, I'm gonna see who. Why isn't this writer director? Yeah, but is it? All right, let's see. I'll just literally type in Debs, a Disney movie.
Because that was like, it's been a while since I even saw it. Like, I think I saw it when I was like 15, 16. Like, it was a thing.
So it looks like Debs is on Disney Plus. Maybe that was what you were.
Interesting.
But I don't know if. Oh no! It's not. It's not available on Disney Plus. It was a question somebody was asking. I'm not seeing anything relating Debs in that. That would I'm seeing pictures of this. I'm like, Disney?
Yeah,
really? Like,
yeah. Because I always thought that was a Disney movie. Like, now you got me looking it up. Like,
Destination Films and Screen Gems are the production companies behind it.
Okay.
So if they're subsidiaries, I doubt, but maybe. That's what that, and it's distributed by Samuel Goldwyn Films.
Got it.
Yeah, but it devolved rapidly.
Yeah.
Keep going. I just have to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah. But yeah, I was baffled when I started seeing that, and that's when it all started going downhill. Like around 2004.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like Not Another Teen Movie, American Pie, and
yup.
I mean, sex sells. That's
hip hop was becoming trash rapidly around that whole area, bro. Like,
we have to just embrace getting old. I've been bitter for a while, but I'm like, I just think I've had an old man mentality, and because like there's a lot of music nowadays that you hear, and I'm like, not for me, but kids nowadays are like, this is the shit. You don't get it, man.
And like I kind of do, but like I also don't. Like,
yeah.
and trust, like I was a guy in the clubs. Like I could still do the 360 pin drop, but like my left knee says no. But like I think that's actually when hip hop died. Actually, really boiling it down.
Right there.
2000s, in the early 2000s.
50 Cent, Eminem were huge around then. Nelly, and then we're starting to really push like Paul Wall and Ludacris.
Yep. I mean, but you're saying like Ludacris, because Ludacris was even still before the 2000s.
Oh, like he'd been around forever, right?
Yeah. So, and then I really think it was the whole 50 Cent and G-Unit thing that absolutely destroyed hip hop. Because it went from storytelling in a gritty fashion, because let's be real, back in the day, hip hop was only being produced by one group and individuals, and then like it just became it became from a story to I got shot, I get hose, G Unit, and
Money,
it's
money,
just
money.
like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
bro,
really did.
what happened to hip hop? Like, and today is even worse because now, you see those guys out there, and it's like I expect more. I expect more, and that's my biggest issue because I'm listening to like some. It's like the same five girls are out right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's it's pretty hard for me to go through with
Yo,
those any of them. Cardi
every
B.
song, car. It's and the
Yeah.
worst part is every one of those girls. If you put them in a silhouette, they're
Yeah.
exactly the same.
Well, Ice Spice is probably the only one that could get away with it because her hair is so
Yeah.
big. But
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
but you're right. I know what you mean. Like they all do. Like I mean, it's like the Kardashian look kind of
Mhm.
thing. Everybody's trying to push for the same look like that. Yeah. I mean, not to knock them. It's their own game and stuff. But I get it.
Right.
Like it's
And they're
very
winning
again.
clearly. Like,
Back to what we said earlier. Very formulaic there too. Like they're trying to take what they think is the trend and then they just run with it and they make it a
mhm.
thing. It's
Yeah.
it's tough to get in on that and the originality anymore. Like, did they even write their own songs half the time? Like, I'm sure they wrote a good amount, but like after a while, if you're a star long enough, you're not churning and burning. You don't come up with those ideas anymore.
Yeah.
It's the business
Yeah.
time.
Facts.
So
And
like, you're not
then
really feeling what they feel in the song and connect with them anymore.
and like 95% of the songs are the same trap beat now. Like to the point where commercials have the same trap beat now, and I'm like, this is wild, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and it's all
Yes.
Baltimore club mix too. So like, it's that boom boom pap that I used to dance to, and I catch myself like, oh, this is cool. I like it, and then I'm like, wait, did Ice Spice just did Megan Thee Stallion just say everyone's her stallions or everyone's her ponies? Like, what does that mean, bro? Like, wait a minute,
Oh
what am I
God.
listening to? Oh my god. No, Matt, we were talking about how hip hop died in the
Oh,
early
it died.
2000s.
Oh, it
Like
died.
rapidly. Oh my god,
I
like
would say around like 2000, somewhere around 2010, it just fell off a cliff. There was still good stuff in like the mid
Disappeared.
2000s,
yeah, that's when it was like downsloping cuz
but
I
there was
think
still
early
good stuff in the mid
2000s.
2000s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like early 2000s I was saying G Unit kind of shot hip hop where it was, and then it was slowly but surely just descending like you said, and around that area just fell off a cliff.
I
Bad
don't know
things.
how.
No, bad things started happening when brothers stopped singing in the rain. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, man.
You know what could bring it back though? Like honestly, like I think hip hop and R&B were tied so tightly together, and like I think people still really, really love R&B. I think R&B is
Mm-hmm.
much more popular than hip hop overall. And if
Oh,
R&B
really?
came back to the way that it used to be, I think that would bring back like hip hop to the way it used to be.
Yep.
But the problem is there's no fucking radio anymore, man. Everything is online. It's like, what do you want here? This is the internet. What do you like? I'm going to feed this shit to you all day. You're never going to learn anything else.
Very
Echo
true.
chamber. Yep.
That's it, man.
Yeah. It's
No, we
only
were
what you
saying
want.
Ice Spice, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, they all look alike. Put them in the silhouette. They're exactly the same girl, different hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, and they all like try to go for the big butt, big boobs thing, and that's okay. Sure, the sex
All right.
sells. Like it's
I
gonna
also
work.
try and go for the big button, big boobs thing. Oh wait,
Right,
what was
right.
that? No,
I
no,
mean,
what was that?
right.
My wife's like
I
at
don't
the door, like, what was that? And like,
I don't have a problem at all. I have no problem with any of these women, for the record. But like, it's just becoming a very just cookie cutter again.
Mhm. Yep.
But it was like that when G Unit came out. Like they all were wearing the same stuff and just kind of. Then there was beef. I remember the beefs of the
Mhm.
inner unit fight between forget his name, the
Tony
Games versus
Yayo,
50 and Tony
the
Yayo.
game.
Yeah. And then Snoop Dogg got involved in there, or Dre did
I
somehow. I
think
don't know.
Dre.
Yeah, it was, but that sells. The beef sells. That's why
Mhm.
MGK. I don't listen. I never listened to Machine Gun Kelly. Never heard of his name until he was going after Eminem, and later in the later 2010s, early 2020s, he was going after Eminem, and nobody knew who he was. But because he did that, he got famous off of that.
What
And
a fucking clown. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go after Eminem, like, come on, man. He's the most prominent white rapper of all time. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, the
Like,
problem was Machine
that's why
Gun
you do
Kelly.
it.
Yeah, because Machine Gun Kelly was the other prominent white rapper of all times. So like he was trying to take that spot, and Eminem's still too big. He's still being compared to him, so he had to step up. I mean, I'm not gonna say I respect it. I respect the play.
I understand
It's
that.
I
I bet
understand
He's
the
he
playing
play.
the
didn't come
game.
up
He
with it.
played the game well. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
got to kill the king to sit on the throne.
It's tough to even try because everybody has like a SoundCloud rapper or SoundCloud band, and anybody like has their niche thing. I don't know how deep you guys dive into music, but I very much have very specific niches of like groups and people that I follow. And like, of course, everyone's gonna say they're the best and stuff. But watching where music is going in the pop genre, I've never liked. I've never liked and
Everything's
enjoyed.
pop.
Sure, if it gets big enough, right?
They've ruined
Eventually,
country. They've ruined an entire genre by making it pop music.
I
I
mean,
didn't like
country ruined country.
Yeah, I didn't like it in the first place. But yes, you're right. Because it sold. Again, everybody had their boots on, and they were now an American cowboy or cowgirl, and wanted to join in on the twanging about their trucks and woes of their women. Like it's the same stuff, though. But I mean, I think I can't knock on what people do enjoy. I never will, because music hits everybody differently, and you find what that resonates with you very specifically. But I can complain about the formula and the system behind it,
Yep.
and I don't like that where that's going.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's difficult for me to swallow, but it again, they want to play it safe. More money.
Yeah, it's spooky. It's
But who's
really
listening to
crazy.
anything new? Like, other than
There is
I'm
nothing else
guessing
new.
young kids do, right? Because look, I live. If you guys didn't know, I live pretty close to Coachella. Like, so I look at the lineup every year, and I'm like, who the fuck are 95
Yeah.
to 97% of these people?
Yeah.
I've never
Exactly.
heard of them a day in my life. Maybe you got a couple headliners in there that I recognize, but other than that, I'm like, what are these kids listening to? How are they discovering this? I don't
Like
understand.
social media.
Social media, TikTok.
TikTok. TikTok's the biggest. TikTok right now is actually surprisingly one of the biggest proponents of how music gets shared now.
That makes
Because
sense.
the blip of the song, they're actually a lot of what I have a friend that is, he's definitely building his career up, and it's really cool to see. And his manager's always like, yeah, listen, you make the jingle, you just need that 10-second line of the song to fit, be able to be a meme or be able to fit
What a
inside of something
shitty way to make music.
and that's how it works now. And
That's
then
how it
everybody will.
works.
I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I've heard blips, and I'm like, okay, I like this clip. I'm gonna
Yeah.
search what song this
Yes,
is.
yes. Freaking that Ice Spice song. Like, wait, is that my wife? Wife? No. She's literally in the next room. Like, you know the beat. No,
It
but
was you.
it was you. You're the one. No, but like, literally, it's that one Ice Spice song where they're doing a dumb dance, and then it goes off, and they cut a clip to them doing a crazy dance version of it.
Sure.
But it's just like I did that track hit me. I was like, yo, that's fire, actually. And then I listened to the rest of the song. I'm like, oh, okay. They got their view, though. I'll tell you
It's
that.
just that. Yeah, it's just that one part that's good. Right. It's this mixed media that helps sell the song rather than the song itself anymore. It's no merit behind it.
But that's fair for you to say it was TikTok, because you remember the originator of TikTok, right? You remember where TikTok came from?
The Vine.
China.
Yes and yes, but no, TikTok came from Musically.
Oh, right. It was that app
Yeah.
that you do duets with, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, I actually found my old profile on TikTok, my old Musically profile. I'm like, hey, I haven't seen this I followed myself, bro. I got to give myself credit. No, but it's like that's where the original Apple Music or the SoundCloud rapper motif kind of came from, because Musically was trying to be that, and then
Yeah.
YouTube Music and everything kicked in and killed it right at the legs. But yeah, it's pretty epic. But to go back, yeah, music is sad these days. It's nothing special.
There's definitely some gems. I've had some artists I've been following for a bit now, and they're still coming out with stuff. And like Suicide Boys is one that I think if it hits you right, you'll get it. But like those guys are really cool, and they're doing really cool stuff for themselves. These two guys from New Orleans built their own music production company, and now they've built an empire out of it. And it's definitely a newer age of rap, but it's cool. I respect them for what they've been able to build from nothing.
Yeah. And then like Falling in Reverse, like that's a band that's literally timeless at this point, and it baffles me that the lead singer is doing better raps. The old man's kicking it out here. He's rapping better than 95% of the rappers out right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is terrifying. Like a punk rock, metal band has to walk away from what they're doing just to show the hip hop guys how it's done. Like, it's terrifying.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
It's wild. Actually, you gotta look that song up. It's "Watch the World Burn." That's the track. "Watch the World Burn." It's a production. It's a production. I might just play it, when I get off of the chat with you guys, man. That's a production.
That's a good title.
Yeah. Oh wait, and then going back around, did you guys see Leave the World Behind?
Leave the World Behind.
That
No.
Netflix show? No? Oh my
No.
god. You guys are old. No,
I don't watch anything. So.
It's well, I understand you, Matt, because you successfully navigated your life not getting hit by any other movies and stuff like that. So that that I understand. But you, Vinny, I'm ashamed.
Well, it depends on like the hype. I have to usually for new shows for me to start. I don't just start one on my own. If I don't talk to anybody that kind of usually recommends something, I tend to kind of wander, and I'm in between right now. So there you go. You just started.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's a Netflix movie actually. It's
Okay.
actually a great cynical commentary on the world we live in, and it just popped in the back of my head because Watch the World Burn, Leave the World Behind. It snapped together. I was like, I gotta bring this up. Actually, I can see Vinny has a whole long spreadsheet of stuff he just has to catch up on now.
I just want to say, to interject in this one section, that Idiocracy is the greatest documentary of America ever. So if you guys haven't watched that, speaking of this,
no.
I mean, it really is the truth of things that are existing and soon to come.
Now I got to go look that up.
Yeah.
Is it?
Idiocracy is a classic. Yeah.
Mike Judge made it.
Yeah, the guy that made Beavis and Butthead.
Got you. Now I definitely have to go watch it because many a childhood dreams was of my mom watching Beavis and Butthead, bro. I gotta go check it out.
It was made before America got as dumb as it is today, but it's certainly like Mike Judge was just like, what's it going to look like 10 years from now? It's like, here it is. This is what the shitty world's going to look like 10 years from now. It's pretty much spot on.
That's impressive, man.
It's terrifying, but it's awesome at the same time.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us on our first episode of Nerdthusiast Unhinged. We appreciate all of you guys for your support out there. If you like what you heard today, please consider going and support us on Patreon, patreon.com/nerdthusiast. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. We appreciate anything you guys can do for us over there. If you like us, tell your friends, tell your pets, leave great messages, drop comments on YouTube, 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts if you have a few seconds of your time. I'm Matt. You guys can follow me at FromNJ over on Twitter. Mike, where can people follow you?
Everywhere. You literally just Google Latin G-Man and you're going to pop up with me.
There we go. Vinny, how about you, sir?
I go by Vinny Goombats, and that's with a Z at the end there. And I'm on that moniker under everything from YouTube to Twitter to Instagram.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. I appreciate you joining me for our inaugural episode. Until next time, you guys take care.
Later.